Hello math learners! After mastering quartiles for ungrouped data, the next step you need to learn is all about the deciles for ungrouped data. So in this video, you will learn how to compute the deciles for ungrouped data as well as interpret the results in your given computation. But before we start, click the subscribe button and notification bell for you to be upgraded of these cool clear math videos just like this. So without further ado, let's do this. So first, let's talk about the decile for ungrouped data. What you have learned on the terminologies on quartiles for ungrouped data, you can still apply it in our deciles for ungrouped data. So of course, ungrouped data are those data or raw data, and for deciles, we have it is the position in tens that a data value holds in the distribution. So if we compare what we have learned in quartiles versus what we will be learning on deciles, the only difference is that the quartile is divided into 4 parts, while the decile, from the word deci, means 10, it is divided into 10 parts. Now, as you can see in our given figure, we have here, if the data is arranged from lowest to highest, then it will be divided into 10 parts. And each part is the position where your data will be holding. Okay, so let us continue. Now, to calculate for deciles, we need to use the formula D sub k is equal to k over 10 times the quantity n plus 1. Now, this is just the same as our quartile, except our fraction has a denominator which is 10, in which it talks about the 10 parts compared to our quartile, which only talks about 4 parts. Now, the k here is the position of your decile. So, if we are talking about the 7th decile, then we will be substituting the value of k for 7. However, if we are talking about the 2nd decile, then we will be substituting our k by 2. Simple, right? Now, of course, if the result of your computation has a decimal value, we will undergo the linear interpolation. Now remember what we have learned in quartile for ungrouped data, the linear interpolation is used to consider the actual value of your position. Easy, right? Now let's consider some example. For this example, we have find the third decile in the data set given 35, 42, 40, 28, 15, 23, 33, 20, 18, and 28. Of course, the first thing we need to do is to arrange the given data. So by doing so, we have 15, 18, 20, 23, 28, 28, 33, 35, 40, and 42. So considering the number of n or the number of elements in our data, we have 10. Now let us continue. Since our problem talks about computing the third decile, then the value of our k will be 3. So using the formula, we have dk is equal to k over 10 times the quantity n plus 1. That is our formula. So now, we will substitute our k by 3 because we are finding the third decile. So by doing so, we have 3 over 10. Then our n talks about the number of elements in our data set, and we have 10 elements. So therefore, this will become 10 plus 1. So by doing so, we have d sub 3 is equal to 3 over 10 times 11. And if we multiply that by 3, so that will become 33 over 10. Which is, if we divide 33 by 10, the answer is 3.3. Of course, my dear math learners, our answer here has a decimal value. So we need to apply the linear interpolation. Now, if you remember the linear interpolation, the next step we need to do is to consider where our 3.3 is located. Of course, 3.3 is located between the third and the fourth. So, considering the third, we have 20 and 23. So, therefore, for step 3, we will now subtract these two. So, 23 minus 20, and the answer is 3. For step 4 in the linear interpolation, we will multiply the result by the decimal of our given formula. So that is 0.3, so 0.3. And if we multiply that, that will become 0.9. Now, if you have the answer right now, what you need to do next is to add the small number in the subtraction, which is this one, okay, by the result of the latest step. So that is 0.9. So we have 0.9 as our additional number. So 20 plus 0.9, that will be 20.9. Therefore, our value for the third decile is 20.9. This means that any score below 20.9 means they are in the lowest 30% of the whole class distribution. While if your score is higher than 20.9, then it means that you belong to the 70% of the upper classes. Easy, right? Now, let's consider another example. Now, what if we are given this problem? Find the 7th decile in the given data. 10, 50, 30, 20, 10, 20, 70, and 30. So, of course, my dear math learners, the first thing you need to do is to arrange the given data. So, by doing so, we have 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 50, and 70. So, we have 8 values. This means that the n is equal to 8. Now, let us go to the next step. By using the formula, we have D7 is equal to 7 over 10 times the quantity 8 plus 1. So as you can see, my dear math learners, our k here is 7 because we are finding the 7th decile. And our n here becomes 8 because we have 8 values in our given data set. Continuing, we have d sub 7 is equal to 7 over 10 times 9. Easy, right? Now, let us continue. So, by multiplying 7 times 9, we have 63 over 10. Easy, right? Now, simplifying 63, so that will be 63 divided by 10, and that is 6.3. Now, my dear math learners, as you can see, this is another example that we need to apply the linear interpolation. So, of course, finding 6.3 in our position, it is between the 6th and the 7th value. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, we have here, alright, because this is the 6th value and this is the 7th value. 6.3 is between those values. Easy, right? Now, if you subtract 50 by 30, the answer is 20. The next step is to multiply the result by the decimal you have come up in our formula, and that is 0.3. So, we just multiply it with 0.3 and the answer would be 6. Why? Because 20 times 0.3 is 6. Easy, right? Now, having the 6th value, we will be adding this to our smaller number in the 2 subtraction process, and that is 30. So, that is 60 plus 30, and we have 36. Therefore, we can say that our 7th decile is located at the 36th data value. Of course, this means that if your score is less than 36, it means you belong to the lower 70% of the whole class. While if your score is higher than 36, then you belong to the upper 30% of the whole class. Easy, right? So I hope that is very clear to you, my dear math learners. Now, let us continue with our discussion. Now, math learners, the next part of our discussion is about interpretation. Remember this, my dear math learners, that the decile represents only the position of your scores in the 10-part distribution. It means that if you belong to the decile 1, that means 10% below, 90% above. If you belong to decile 2, 20% below, and 80% above. If you belong to decile 3, 30% below, and 70% above. I hope you got the idea, so on and so forth. Of course, in our discussion in quartile for ungrouped data, we also have discussed the median. Now, the median, if we talk about quartile, it is the second quartile. For decile, the median is located in the 5th decile because among the 10 parts, the middle is the 5th decile. So I hope you got that one, my dear math learner. Of course, I now congratulate you that you mastered this lesson. I hope if you find this enjoyable and useful to your fellow friends, classmates, and schoolmates, you can share this and like this video. Thank you so much, my dear math learners. This has been your free YouTube edu-creator, Math Teacher Ash, and always reminding you that it is fun to learn mathematics if we are together learning. Thank you so much. God bless and keep safe always.